Well, thanks, John. Heading back to school can be quite a transition for families who've settled into their summer routine. Parenting expert Bonnie Compton is back with us today to offer us some guidance. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
And you know, we're in that last week of school. And most kids, you know, if they're like mine, they stay up until the wee hours of the morning. They sleep half of the day. But now parents should be thinking about getting them into that back to school routine.
Yes, this week is perfect. Get them back to their regular bedtime, get them up earlier in the morning so it's not such a shock next week. You know, to kind of ease them into it.
Yeah, and I have a question about that because I'm doing that with my own sons. Once you get them up that time in the morning as if they were getting ready to go to school, you should keep them up the entire day, correct?
Yes,
okay.
Yes, keep them busy. You know, start organizing for school or getting rid of clothes that don't fit anymore and, you know, when you're shopping for new clothes, that sort of thing.
Now here's another thing for you. Once you're getting them used to the new bedtime and waking up earlier and such, what can you do as a family, especially each morning once school starts, to help make that first week back to school a smooth transition? It's something you can do throughout the year.
Sure. You really want to set them up for success at the beginning of the year. So make sure you have structures and routines in place. And besides buying all of the new school supplies and clothes, that sort of thing, be really aware of the importance of a healthy breakfast each morning, setting out clothes the night before, packing backpacks, packing lunches. I've worked with so many families that they start their day off in a crisis mode.
Exactly,
Chaos.
because nothing's like, where's this, where's that, and they can't find it.
And then they're mad at each other, and then the child goes off to school and takes that with them.
Exactly. Now, how can a parent help their child if they're upset? I know with my youngest one, he has such anxiety before a new school year. He's concerned about whether or not he's going to make any friends, if anyone's going to like them, like him. So how can we help with that?
First, just acknowledge their feelings and let them know that it's okay, it's normal. Maybe tell them a story when you were little, you remember being so nervous, and once you got to school it was so much better than you thought. Or that some of their friends are nervous too, especially if they're starting a new school.
Exactly, because my son will be at new school in middle school. He'll be a new student, and I told him, I said, well, you know what, there are going to be lots of other new students there as well.
That's right, that's right. And to let them know, have them think back to a time when they were really afraid of anything, and how did they get through it, and how did they feel afterwards. Empower them.
Now here's another thing, and of course projects do come up, and I've been a little guilty of this in the past as well. How much should parents be involved when it comes to their children's homework?
Right. You know, I always tell parents when I work with them that your child's homework, their projects, is not a reflection on their parenting, on your parenting skills. So let them, you really want to promote their independence. Let them do it on their own. But certainly be nearby to make sure they understand the, the assignment. But don't do it for them.
Resist the urge to really put their science projects together.
Right, exactly. And plus the teachers need to know if your child is struggling in a certain subject. If you're doing it for them or making sure every answer is correct before they go back to school, they'll never know. So
should you also set up a structured time? Because I know some kids don't necessarily like to do their homework the first, the minute they get home, or should they set a time later? How should you structure the homework time?
You know, I say usually give them a snack, a little bit of time to unwind, but not too much time, because it's hard to start again. Once they're playing or they're watching TV, they're outside, they don't want to come back and start doing homework again. So the earlier the better. All
right, Bonnie, thank you so much. Some great tips to get everybody ready. And you served as some confirmation for me as well.
Well, good. Good. I'm glad.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Well, next on Love Country Live, school supplies. What's hot this season and how much money are we spending? Probably too much, but we'll be right back.